Finland's Blind Channel is singing Dark Side at Eurovision 2021, but y'all, I am seeing the light. And when I look into it, I just want to rock on with this amazing song. The question is, are you guys ready to join the dark side? You ready to talk about it? Let's do this. Put your middle fingers out, take a shot, join up, but don't stop. Oh my goodness, Finland's Blind Channel, they are turning up the heat on Eurovision 2021. They are a violent pop group, they say, which is sort of a super free form of rock. Their song deals with a lot of issues, but essentially they are saying, even if you're an outcast, even if you're on the dark side, even if you're living in this awful pandemic, you can still find a way to lead a good life. This is not meant to tear nobody down. This is meant to lift you up and say you have a place and you can slay through the darkness, even if you're stuck on the dark side. This is loud, this is proud, and yet it is musical. Linkin Park are their icons. They've drawn a lot of comparisons to Linkin Park, but I don't think that is a bad thing. I actually think it's a good thing. It doesn't sound dated to me. It actually sounds timeless, pop, rocky, and I am here for it. One final point for me. The lyrics include a reference to the 27 Club. These, of course, were artists, singers, musicians who sadly lost their life at 27. And on social media, people have said, oh, they're praising this. This is really awful. But no, I spoke with them in an interview 2 or 3 days ago, and they said that the lead singer Joel turned 27 during the pandemic, and he felt like his musical life was ending, and he wanted to survive. He wanted to get through it. So this song is in no way advocating self-harm or trying to glorify the 27 Club. It's saying just the opposite. Debin, let's start with you. What do you think?
Surely they must have known that when they were writing that lyric. I'm sorry. I think they were towing the line here. I believe if you're a rocker, you would know that. And to put that in your song and to now come with this PR spin of like, oh, we're not advocating. I'm not suggesting they're advocating self-harm. But they must have known that it would cause some form of controversy. I like it. I like this. This is the kind of rock I can get behind, you know? There are two prominent rock entries this year, and this is by far my favorite of the two. And I think even putting that aside, rock entries at Eurovision, I think this also stands up to, I mean, what's my favorite Eurovision rock entry? Probably... I like Hard Rock Hallelujah, actually, again from Finland, but I love -1 a hell of a lot, you know, so yeah, this I really, really like. I think, you know, because it was released quite early on, it won UMK quite early on, and as lots of other songs have come out, there is, I don't know, the fandom isn't as lit as they were when this first dropped, but make no mistake, a lot of people won't have heard it. On the first, you know, at their semi-final. I think this is going through as well, you know? Yeah, I really like it, and I still like it.
Suzanne Adams, you're in the land of Linkin Park, America. What do you think?
You know, Linkin Park in the Dark is also one of my favorite fall and winter nail polish colors. But I digress there. I don't know why I felt the need to share that with you. I love this song. You know, the first time I saw it, I remember my eyes were like, wow, when they came on the screen. But the more I listen to it, the more I like it. And I'm not a big hard rock, heavy metal person. But there's something about the meaning to me in this song that is just so fun. It's dark. It's mysterious. Put your middle fingers up, something that I find myself doing often. It talks about not wanting to grow up. It talks about the dark side. But let me ask you this. Who really determines what's good? Who determines what's bad? Who determines what the dark side is? And I'm not talking about murder and racism, but just in general in life. So what if you're a little different? Does that really put you on the dark side? And so I love this whole rather concept of come over to the dark side, just accept who you are. I've always been a little bit more of a good girl, a bit of a rule follower. The good girls, though, they do go for the bad boys, and these guys are darling. They're engaging. They really talk and sing to the audience. Incredibly entertaining. You know, these days, nobody wants to grow up. We kind of want to be kids forever who just learn to go through life and make more money and be better people. So anyway, I love that they're not rule followers. It's just so much fun. Towards the end, the song slows down just a little bit. And, you know, they come into the camera and on somebody's hand, it says join, Join. Oh, my pen just died. That would say join if it could, but join the dark side. And again, who says what the dark side is? In this song, to me, the dark side is fun. The dark side is accepting, and I am all about joining the dark side in this song and putting the middle fingers up. So I like it.
Lyrical interlude. I'm in a cave of man-made misery, digging a grave for myself and my enemies. Of all the dark things that keep me wasted, you're the sweetest I've ever tasted, Oliver.
It's not doing it for me. I have to say, I love the energy that they bring to the live performance. That elevates this so much. At UMK, knocked it out of the park for obvious reasons, you know. This is a song to be seen, a song to be performed, a song to be felt. But I do have to, you know, I can't look past the lyrics on this. And regardless of their intention behind the 27 Club inclusion, just doesn't sit quite right with me. And again, with the take a shot, throw it up and don't stop, I don't want to do that. Like, it's just a bit, there's just a little bit of nastiness there that I can't quite wrap my head around the true meaning of these lyrics. As well, we talk about Linkin Park. When was the last time Linkin Park had a hit? You know, more than 10 years ago. I'm sorry. It's so dated. This is so dated. And we've not seen this kind of thing at Eurovision very often. But beyond Eurovision, I just don't see this having potential to chart. Obviously, that's not the aim in Rotterdam. But, you know, if we're judging this on musical merit, you can throw a stone and hit so many other songs that carry this exact same sentiment, exact same cliches. Again, I love their performance. I actually really love the production of this track. I think there's a lot of elements that are really nice. It's nicely put together. And even though they are screaming to an extent, it never feels shouty. It never feels too... it never feels like it's overpowering the other elements of the song. So I give them props for that. But just a little bit dated for me.
Let's play a game. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm turning you, but all I really want is to hold you tight. Britney Spears, sometimes. Together again, ooh, that's all we know. Together again, ooh. Janet Jackson, Together Again. 2 songs, both about
Janet Jackson.
love her. These are love songs, but we don't say this topic's been covered too much. You know,
You all know how I feel about the love songs.
but you know what? So this song is about, you know, rock on, be yourself. I'm fine with this theme. I am fine with this. Every psycho in the scene, hands up and follow me, saying, who, Empire of the Freaks, all drinks on me. I quite like the rhythm here. It says the rhythm and flow of the words. I just feel like this is something I can listen to again and again and not get tired of it, but it is better live. It is definitely better live, and guess what? Eurovision's a live show. I think they're staging from UNK, copy and paste, and you are good to go. You feel like you're at a live rock concert, and it's really hard to do that, you know, 3 minutes at Eurovision, but no, they did it. It's like Manga from Turkey way back in 2010. I felt like I was at a rock concert, and I get a similar vibe. I just feel like this could translate outside of Eurovision. It did top the charts in Finland, and granted, Finland has a kind of, leaning towards kind of dark rock, and it did win the Finnish selection. But I think this can translate, particularly in the Nordic countries. Sweden loves itself some rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, Norway's got some rock going on. I just feel like this will go across borders quite nicely, Mainly because of the charisma of the performers. They're charismatic. I know my sister in her first reaction video, she was like, ooh, Blondie, hey. You were. Do I need to roll the tape?
Well, yeah, but at the end of that video, I changed my mind. I think that's the part of the video that didn't get shown.
But you did say it. Roll the tape.
I don't know. I think I might could go to the dark side with this blonde, maybe.
See, there you go. The proof is in the pudding. My girl was into it. So yeah, I'm feeling confident. In any case, let's quickly go around now in the second round and say whether we think it can make the final of Eurovision, keeping in mind this performs in spot number 14 of semi-final 2. 13th is Bulgaria, 14th is Finland, and then 15th is Latvia. So we're going from kind of contemplative ballad to rock to Samantha Tina full-on warehouse boom in your face. Debonair Remy, is this going to the final?
And you know another thing, I've got to respond to Oliver Adams here, because he said Linkin Park's hit was well over a decade ago. Well, can I just point out, One More Light, which was dropped in 2017, was actually a Billboard, US Billboard #1 album, shifting over 260,000 copies. In 2020, they dropped an album. In 2020, can I just point, that's last year, Hybrid Theory dropped, and it was also #1. Can I also point out that Linkin Park, who you rubbished earlier on, have sold collectively throughout their career over 60 million albums. And if that wasn't impressive enough, their singles have shifted over 30 million copies. You know what?
Can I just interject? Can I interject? This video is not brought to you by Wikipedia, but it might as well have been. Debonair Remy, continue.
Somebody else likes to do...
Comparing them... Sorry?
I said somebody else likes to do their research.
You know what? I'm not called a music expert for nothing. You know, it's important, I think, to note that when we compare these artists to, like, Linkin Park, that's actually a compliment. Yes, I understand what you're trying to say, Oliver. The sound is a bit dated. I give you that. But if it's dated and doing well and topping the charts in Finland and bubbling across Europe and generating this buzz, it's a great thing. Don't forget, rock is a really difficult sell. You know, it is the outlier in the Eurovision world. And if they've got enough fans rooting for this, yeah, it's going to the final. It's going to the final.
Dated or timeless?
It's dated. It's dated.
See, I don't... Really?
Like, if you didn't tell me and you just pressed play, I would be shooting for the mid-90s.
You wouldn't be hitting play. You'd be hitting slay. Suzanne Adams in Atlanta.
I don't know how I feel coming on after this man who is known as a music expert and giving my opinion, because I am by no means an expert. As a matter of fact, most of the music I listen to is only Eurovision music so that I can actually participate in this stuff.
But wait, Suzanne, is your blood moon rising?
My blood moon is absolutely rising thanks to the diva Samantha Tina.
Well, she performs after Finland. Do you think Finland can make the final?
So I've said it every time we've talked about this song. I love this song. I'm going to join the dark side because of this song. And, you know, I might even want to join Blondie. I really, really like it. It's absolutely going to make the final, and I think it's going to fare very well throughout the entire contest. Good luck to Darkside.
Listen, Debonair Remy Wiwibloggs, I'm going to give you a retort about Linkin Park. Actually, I'm going to shift the comparison away from Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit. This is Limp Bizkit, okay? It is 90s, and... you know, these artists that have had evolution and continue to chart, props to them. But this is dated. I don't think there's any other way of saying that. And this is 100% making the final, okay? Despite myself not liking it, it's going to go through and it's going to wake people up especially after the, I don't want to say dreary, but slow second half, because we've got kind of these ballads after ballads. We've got Portugal and Georgia, all one after each other there. Finland is going to knock it out of the park. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this edging closer towards the top 10 for Finland. It's just not doing it for me personally. But qualification, absolutely another final for Finland.
Take it to the TOP 10, the top 10. This is where this deserves to be. Oliver, love your point. If we look at the running order, Georgia, slow ballad in 10. Albania, another ballad in 11. Portugal, the Black Mamba in 12. Bulgaria, which I love, but again, it's another ballad. Then you've got the dark side coming at you. It's just like a wall of sound, boom, wake up, strobe lights. You go from walking in the countryside with all these ballads, or, like with your lighter up. Actually, that's a better comparison. You got your lighter up for all of these ballads, but then when Blind Channel comes on, you get some gasoline and it's like whoosh! You set stuff on fire. Nothing sounds like the Sonically in this entire semifinal. Absolutely nothing. It will stand out. There are a lot of rock heads across Europe. There really, really are. And they will get behind this. The fact is, Blind Channel have already managed to cut across demographics by topping the Spotify charts in Finland, by topping the radio charts in Finland. And yes, I know it's a rock nation, but you still have to reach out to people outside of your core to achieve that. And they've done that. They put, what's the Olivia girl with the driver license song? Olivia Rodrigo! She fell behind the Blind Channel. All right, you guys, it is time to go around the world or this Skype call and give our scores out of 10 along with a justification, starting with Mr. Debanadorimi, Wiwibloggs.com in London.
Okay. You know what? Oliver Adams, I'm going to bounce back. I'm sorry, Limp Bizkit. The album results may vary. And actually, that's a really good telling point here, because results may vary. The results that you are thinking Dark Side and what are they called? Blind Channel may drop, may vary. Results may vary. By Limp Bizkit was actually a massive album in Australia, hitting multi-platinum, sitting at number 1 for several weeks, and in Germany, and in France. Europe loves this kind of music, and I think that televoters will respond. Music experts who want to hear something different that isn't a disco tune or a ballad will be like, you know what? Let my scores reflect the breadth of musical diversity. They'll also be pitching points. I'm giving this a 7.5.
Thank you so much. Suzanne, succinctly, your score.
I gave Finland's Blind Channel's Dark Side an 8 out of 10. I was just so happy when it popped up on my screen. I wanted to bang my head in my living room, and I'm not even a headbanger. They're engaging. I like them. I want to see this do well.
Oliver.
It's a 5.5. Listen, most of those points come from the live performance. They managed to do something special. William, you said this, that small TV studio in UMK in Finland, turning that into Glastonbury, that is really special. And they deserve all the credit in the world for that. They have some really good vocals, some really good production on this track. Lyrically, I think it's a little bit cringeworthy, and it just seems so dated to me. I can't get on board with it. 5.5.
Look, they make screaming musical. They can be loud, but still in their own way very sophisticated. My cat is my good luck charm, and he is right here. Shall we say the score together? What's my score? Don't bite me. My score is an 8.5. Taking it to the TOP with Blind Channel. Yes. Now, we, of course, are not the only Wiwi bloggers. There are dozens of us all over the world, and they, too, have given a score. And when
Where
we
are
take the...
the bloggers, girl?
Huh?
Where are they?
Australia, Kaliningrad, Croatia, Albania,
Colombia.
Kosovo, Colombia. But the overall global average across all these people is... Oh, wow, 7.34. We always say
Oliver Adam.
anything above a 7 is quite good, because when you have so many people, it tends to converge around a 5.5, 6. So this is definitely punching quite high, and I think it's a fair score. It reflects the fact that many people will like it, some people will be turned off, but ultimately it can push through.
We had that abacus working hard on this one.
Girl, my fingers are raw. Can you see that?
Mm.
For real. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you living for the dark side and for Blind Channel? Is this your favorite network on TV? Let us know here on Wiwibloggs.
You need to lubricate your digits.
Thank you so much.
No, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok.
Tumblr.
All the places to be, the places where Wiwibloggs be.
And stay tuned for more Wiwi Jury results, reactions, reviews, and ratings going around all 39 countries of Eurovision 2021.
And we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.